Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is July 29th, and Baro is coming to the Strata Relay on Earth. This is supposed to be the parity event for all platforms, where console finally catches up to PC. Previously, console was always 6 weeks behind, or 3 visits delayed compared to PC. While I'm not exactly sure what console is receiving at the time of this recording, my initial expectations are PC will receive normal Baro, plus while console will instead receive their scheduled Baro and all of the gear PC has received in the last 2 visits. This would result in a monstrous offering from Baro on console, albeit still smaller than Tenocon. Feel free to let me know what you're finding out on console in the comments, as this time I'm not exactly sure how it will play out while I'm recording this. I'm also expecting Veilbreaker to drop mid-August, as that's exactly 4 months after the original Angels of Zeramin mainline, and coincidentally, also exactly 4 months before Christmas holidays, which is when we expect both Planes of Duviri and Crossplay to drop. Cross-save has been stated to be coming separate later, so it seems they really want to ship it with Duviri if possible. Alright, well, Baro should be here any second now, so let's see what he has to offer this time for the parity events. We come right on over. Perfect.
Tenno, may I extend an invitation to you? My latest collection of choice items from the Void is now available for viewing.
A Ki'Teer Strayed Syandana. I guess this is our new item this time. It seems to have interesting jiggle physics there. Pick it up if you feel like it. It looks a bit more advanced and better than the typical Ki'Teer stuff that comes through, but I'm still not sure if this is a Syandana I want to pick up. We got the Ki'Teer Greth armor set. Now, I do not know if these are new, but this actually looks pretty nice. I can see myself using this on some frames, maybe the corpus-oriented ones. This is probably worth the actual pickup. We got Peculiar Audience, a new mod. Killing an enemy has a 6% chance to amuse a certain void entity. Is this going to be a laughter from the man in the wall or something like that? But yeah, these are just free mods you can stick in on your frame. It is an Exo-Sac mod, but they don't really do anything for power scaling. It's literally just for fun. But we did get a new mod, and it's interesting since it's been a super long time since we've gotten another peculiar one. Besides, I believe, Growth and Bloom are from ESO. But yeah, nice little fun mod. Noggle Statue, Nor Teshin. It looks exactly like him, actually. New more Vaso. Oh, so we also have Cow Summer. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Ortis Reified. This is the version of Ortis that we get during the New War quest. If you like this, well, you can pick it up too. All of these are Noggles, or at least generally, unlike the Ortis one, they can put in your Orbiter. We also got Era here too as well. Voltaic Strike. Pick this up if you want. I don't think this one could be farmed, but I'm not really too sure. Prime Magazine Warp. Very handy. Please pick this up. There are weapons this is genuinely worth slotting on. None come to mind at the moment right now, but I do own one, and it is probably maxed. I don't have mine at rank 0, but you will not regret it. This Prime Cleanse Grenier, always handy for dealing with Grenier, the most problematic faction. Now, he did finally bring all of his mods with Tenocon, which meant the primed rifle Grenier mod did show up. He didn't bring it back this time, but hopefully you're able to get a fair price for it since all the prices dropped when Tenocon Baro came. Prime Cleanse Infested, this is for future-proofing, not really needed or necessary right now outside of endurance contents, but yeah, pick it up if you'd like. The Prisma Hecate Syandana, I'm not very fond of this one. I find the material is a little bit weird, but pick it up if you want. Prisma Tetra, completely superseded by the Tenet Tetra massively to the point that they're not even the same weapon. So yeah, this is actual MR fodder. Just pick it up for that only. If you want a functioning Tetra, get the Tenet version. Vermilion Storm. This is farmable, but it's a little bit annoying to farm, so if you do want to buy it, well, it is available now from Baro. Grust Strike 3 Beacon to let you get the Grust Strike 3 immediately if you want it. However, it does cost 200 ducats and a little bit of price, but 200 ducats is a bit on the pricier side. We got Mantis Prisma skin. If you like this, feel free to grab it too as well. I actually have... I think I had this but I'm using the Nightmare skin from Nightwave on my ship instead. We got Ki'Teer Atmos mask, looks like that. You can be Bane cosplay if you want. Ki'Teer arrow skin for works to any bow. Taxon desert camo skin. Scimitar Sidonia. Now we're just getting into these. Oh, we got the full Prisma Avia armor set. I don't really like the chest piece, but occasionally I find uses for the shoulders and maybe the legs. It's up to you if you'd like to pick it up. We got Glaring Emblem, too, as well. Ignis Tosin skin, Limbo Immortal skin. Wait, did he basically bring almost everything? This is a really small bar. Okay, so I might have to speed this up a little bit. But we got Sweeping Serration. This also comes from Eidolon, Sateralus. No, Hydralis, I believe you can drop this. If you don't want to farm it, well, now you can buy it. Prime Pressure Points, the essential melee mod, especially for glaives. Please pick this up. It's super, super duper important. Decoration for your Orbiter. He brought Vastilok. Wow, he didn't even bring this for Tanocon Barrel. Okay, well, if you didn't pick up Vastilok in the past, now's your chance. Please grab this. It is the best scaling gunblade in the game, as it is the only one that can proc the sheer amount of slash besides Sarpa. But this is basically Sarpa Prime, and it is also the fastest armor stripper in the entire game, almost twice as fast as Sarpa. So yeah, it's not a joke. Grab it. We got our Bone Floops. We got left Prisma, the full Prisma Daedalus armor set. Looks like that. I only really ever use the chest piece for this, so I'd recommend you picking up that. Merit Detron has been completely superseded by the Tenet Detron, so this is still a decent weapon. But I would relegate it towards MR Fodder at this point because of that. We had our Ki'Teer Tribute Glyph, Prime Target Cracker. This is a mandatory mod. Please pick it up if you don't have it yet, as it fits on almost every single pistol build that can build crit or hybrid. We'll use this. Ki'Teer Dyax Sindana, looks like that. Ki'Teer Sentinel Tail, looks like that. The Atmos Diadem. Okay, this one's pretty cool. However, we do have the gold version from, I think it's the Umbra headpiece that I find does look better, unless you like the floaty bits. It's up to you. Pack Leader Sigil for you to use like this. Gorgon Tosin skin, Coxus, Sugatra. I think he literally brought, I don't know how I feel about these skins. Like, I'm not too fond of them. If you like them, feel free to check them out and pick them up. But yeah, it seems as if he brought literally everything. We got a Prisma Cavant Glyph, Machete Cyanid skin. Okay, this is actually a cool one. So I would suggest picking this one up if you like the aesthetic on it. It is very, very different. Gives you a tiny bit of the Boolean or Cephalon Suda looking style with the hook claw at the end. Tactus Fighter decoration. This goes with the Empyrean fish tank that turns it into a space battle instead of for your fish. Chroma Mortal skin. It looks better than his base skin, but I'd still rather use his prime over this. We have the Transmuter Operator Hood. He just brought this last visit, I believe. It's very memey. Now you can look like Jabba the Hutt, too. Nexus Fur Pattern. It's like that on your Kubro. Prisma Shade. MR Fodder compared to Sahasa Kubro. But this is 9,000 MR because it also comes with the Prisma... Is it the Prisma Burst Laser? But it has its own Prisma variant of its weapon, which gives another 3,000 on top of the 6,000 the Prisma Shade gives itself for mastery. Perimeter Charge, another mandatory mod. Please pick this up. There are so many builds that use this on pistols as well as beams. Really, really love this. For example, the Cyclone. But yeah, so Shell Shock. Again, I don't remember if this is farmable or not. You'll have to check the wiki for this. But it is a very handy mod, so if it is not farmable, please, please pick it up. From Continuity, mandatory Warframe mod that fits on so many different builds. Please grab it. Prisma Arrows, Propa Vandal, MR Fodder, Quanta Vandal. Actually a good weapon. Has good disposition. Pick it up if you enjoy trying with quirky beams. This thing absolutely shreds. And yeah, the alt fire is kind of scary too, as well. Temple Royale, Heavy Blade Stance. The best Heavy Blade Stance. Annoying to farm. I don't remember where it drops from, but I would recommend buying it if you want to use heavy blades. Corrupted Bombard Spectre Blueprint. Yeah, he basically brought everything at this point. He has the Edo Prime armor set entirely here. The tassels, I guess I like them. Maybe the arms, you can color them well, but the legs, I find they look kind of ridiculous. I would never use them. Ki'Teer Sakara. This is the closest thing to the Tetris Doom Quantum Emblems I normally have that came from 2014 leaderboard event. That has no way to get anymore. If you want something similar, this is your best bet. More Cutter Fighter decorations, Flak Fighter. These goes with the Empyrean. I mentioned turning a fish tank into a space fight. Ulfe skin for the Quanta. You can slap it on Quanta Mantle too as well. Ki'Teer earpiece. It looks like, well, you can't really see it, but that's what it looks like. Deimos Juggler's Prex, Empyrean Vignette. This is what I meant, where you turn it into a space fight. It is very, very pretty. If you want something different, then I would suggest picking this up for the fish tank. Russian Tier Colt Sandana. This has lore for Nezha Prime. Feel free to pick it up if you want. I'm sure lore junkies will be loving this. There's also a spear. I don't know if it's coming with this one. Exo-Sac Archwing skin. Well, this completely changes it and makes it super shiny and gold. Pretty cool, too. Pick it up if you want. It's a very different look. It is just a skin, but it's a nice skin. Prime Slip. You're going to love this on stuff like Pandero. Or say... Actually, I don't know what else. But there are definitely uses for this. Please pick it up. It is a massive upgrade from the Tainted Meg equivalent that gives 60% but massively slows down your reload speed. Prime Pistol Gambit, well, Prime Crit Chance. What can I say? Mandatory mod to go with Prime Target Cracker. Optional, but handy. There are a couple of rifles that will use this. Annoying to farm. Also comes from Modlons. Pick it up if you so choose. Pyro Sugatra, this hangs off your melee. It looks like that. Pick it if you like it. Prismascana. A decent melee. However, Broken War supersedes this with better status and better crits, as well as still really good slash. So I guess this treats it as MR fodder at this point. It's a solid usable one, but it does not hold a candle to the Pangolin Prime and the Broken War. Prime Beta Corpus, if you like fighting sisters, the Sisters of Parvos, you'll get a lot of use out of this. This fits nicely too on stuff like your Kuvazara if you want to run a pure Toximon to deal with Corpus while you're going through the Murmurs from the dogs. So yeah, feel free to pick this one up. It is very handy. We also got the entire Mulciber armor set right here. I would say the chest piece and the legs work well. The legs and shoulders work well. The chest piece is a bit clunky, not really to my taste, so I wouldn't really use it. We also got Ki'Teer Sugatra. That's what it looks like. Hangs off your melee, just like before. There you can get the frontal angle. I find it's a little bit boring and plasticky looking, so I wouldn't use it. Prisma Obex, this is MR fodder. Don't. Ugh. They're decent sparring weapons. But sparring weapons are not really in the best place right now for normal gameplay. So I would not recommend using this for normal play, even though it has decent stats. We have Noggle Statue Excalibur Donata, another decoration for your Orbiter. Opticor Elixis. Ki'Teer Atmos Oculi, if you want to look like an edgy DJ, like Diva skin for Octavia. I don't know. But that's what it looks like. Prisma Uru Sandana, scaly look like you're a reptilian. I don't like this. I wouldn't pick it up, but it's up to you. Lisette Sidonia, typical Inaros Inspired. Dirga Desert Camel skin, looks like that. Mantis Sidonia, Paracesis Elixis. Okay, the Paracesis Elixis skins. The Elixis series I find actually looks pretty cool and makes everything look bronzed with a type of the Tenocon styled pattern on it. The little triangle assortments. I find while the metallics are a bit overwhelming, it gives a very relic styled appearance to these weapons, and I would say it's worth picking up, especially on a melee that has a bunch of extra fancy shiny parts. Pedestal Umbra is back. I don't think I saw Pedestal Prime. Pick it up if you'd like. It still has the 1 million credit cost. Deimos Flagellant Prex, Gara Mortal Skin. It's a decent one, but I prefer her Deluxe and her Prime over this Prisma Twin Gremlins. Decent weapons. Just decent. Nothing impressive or amazing. They're not necessarily good. They're obviously better than average. Not exactly MR fodder. Have good disposition. But they're just decent. So unless you have a Riven, I don't know what you're going to do with it. Wintercrest Sandana. This looks pretty nice. I always like this with these, but I never really could appreciate that top. The shape of it and the material is a little bit ugh. But yeah, pick it up if you'd like. We have Limnus Staff Skin. These are nice. Please pick this up if you're looking for a fancy staff skin. They do color nicely, and it's halfway to Tenajin. I'm kind of amazed that they'll give us something like this as just a built-in free skin within the game. Deimos Carnis Prex. Deimos Chimeros Prex, Deimos Velocipod Prex, and the last but not least, the Sands of Neuros blueprint for the quest. So that's what we have for Baro this time. That is a massive, massive list. I was not expecting this video to be this long. I don't know what console has. Probably has at least this much, plus the previous 2 visits as well from PC. So yeah, I'm just gonna link this one down in the description with the wiki link. Hopefully it's updated with all of his drops at this point, because I do not want to give you an essentially 100 itemized list of what Baro has, especially because it's only text. If you click through the link for the wiki list, you'll have pictures to go off as well that might catch your eye. In the future, I will go back to itemizing it, but this time the list is just too long for it to make sense for me to write out like that. But thank you all for watching. I will be dropping my dual carries comparison video to truly show you a breakdown on, is it the new best meta dual swords, later today or tomorrow morning. Stay tuned, and I'll obviously, even though my traffic is a bit down, I've been streaming a lot more, so you can check me out on Twitch if you want. But when Veilbreaker drops, trust me, I'll be spamming the uploads just as before. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.